in like a minute we're gonna go no holds barred spoiler talk.
Yeah, we're gonna spoil Star Wars. We are going to talk what we liked of the spoilers. We're going to talk about what we liked about the story, what we liked about the twist, what we felt could have done better, and things like that. So if you haven't seen Star Wars and you don't care about spoilers, pretty much this is your time to go.
Yeah.
Alrighty then, done. So, uh, spoilers included. What was the thing? What was the big like? What was the best thing about the movie to you? Like,
Well, my favorite moment, and this is the moment that most people aren't going to probably look cite as their favorite moment, is the tracking shot of Poe Dameron shooting down everyone, the first
oh
battle
my
of
god,
Resistance,
yes.
with shooting down everyone, and then Finn goes, "That's one hell of a pilot," and
Okay, okay.
immediately cuts to Poe being like, "Wahoo!"
All right.
I get so
So,
amped
so
off that, like just those 20 seconds. It's so fucking good.
yes. So I was sitting next to my brother, and Fandom Poe keeps saying like they're like oh because throughout the movie they keep saying oh I didn't know we had the best pilot and there was a they just kept saying stuff and then when Finn's like down there fighting and like Poe's like let's go guys then that tragedy shot happens my brother turns to me he's like holy fuck he's the bad like, I'm like he's like my brother he goes holy fuck he is a badass pilot. Like he is the
Yeah.
he takes out like fucking four TIE fighters, takes out stormtroopers on the ground. I'm like doing loop de loops, and then it cuts to like that tracking shot of Finn, then going back, then going woo.
Yeah.
The line where he's
Okay.
like, "That's one bad." I'm like, all right, that's a bit heavy handedly. like I don't, in the middle of action, I'm not looking to the skies and going, "That's one badass pilot." But then again, I don't know. Maybe if you saved my ass, maybe. But yeah, that is a cool scene. That is awesome. Um,
Yeah, that's
so
my
let's see. I'm trying to think. This okay. So the opening sequence is amazing. Everybody's saying that Max von Sydow guy is gonna have a more prominent role than people believe. Somewhere because he's important. He's very important. I keep hearing he's important.
He's gonna be, I think, in this is my speculation. I feel like he was when Luke was training the Ben along with the other young Jedi, or all we had all his Padawans or whatever,
Yeah, but
and he was training
Max.
them
So
before the movie came out. I think Max von Sydow
so you think we're getting flashbacks?
was one of the was one of the other people helping teach, or had some role in the temple or whatever. So that's why he was sent to kind of look over Ray or
So
whatever, and that's why he had the map.
so do you think we're gonna get like flashbacks with Max von Sydow? I mean, he's an actor
I think
that's
in episode
amazing.
8 or 9, yeah.
So you think we'll get like
I
a
feel like
flashbacks?
what they could do is, you know how Return of the King, the first 10 minutes explains Golem's origin story?
So you could think that they do something like first 10 minutes we're looking at the academy
Yeah,
and
the
what
first
happened?
10 minutes of the episode 9 could be
Oh
a
my
flash,
god,
could
that
could be
could
the
be
origin
that could
story
be the
of
way you
Ben
bring back
Solo.
Han Solo for a little bit.
Yeah, I guess for like a minute, and then they have to pay like $8 million to get Han Solo to sign the contract again.
Yeah. So that opening shot, I like the Finn character that was his first mission out. I like that they said that because when it happened, I was like, wait, why would he just stop for this moment? But like, oh, it's his first mission. Before that, he was on shit duty or trash duty. I was like,
Yeah,
okay,
sanitize,
sanitation, or whatever.
sanitizing,
Yeah, it's like
sword
what
killer
the it's like
race.
what the fuck? Yeah, that's like man, when you were like when you put that on a resume, they're like, "Oh, you're a badass. You work at oh, never mind. Start you worked in the garbage department." Okay. I was like,
That
so
makes sense why he knew where the trash compactor
all right,
was.
don't get I'm going to get to that. All right, um so yeah, that was a cool opening shot. Awesome line when like Poe is going at Kylo. So is this part when you talk or when I
Who
talk?
talks first?
Yeah, like I
You
was like
talk first. I talk first.
and
You talk first, and
then when he
Kylo Ren
starts talking
just like doesn't take any of his shit.
and then he
Just
start,
immediately starts listening to
then he
him.
starts talking and he's like, "Oh, it's hard to hear you without the mask on." Like I was like, "Oh, this guy's gonna be amazing." Yeah. So the BB-8 stuff is pretty similar to the first one where the R2 goes to
Yeah,
find
he gets the
something.
map.
And it's just like a luck of the draw. She finds him. I do like when we get to her, um, where she's kind of like a kid inside where like she gets her food and then she's like living inside of inside of
of an
whatever an
AT-AT.
AT-AT, and then she like while she's eating, she's putting on the helmet like she's like a little kid. I'm like, oh, that's adorable. Somebody said that in a spoiler, like in like a thing that she's got a doll of Luke Skywalker in there somewhere. I'm like, well, that's interesting.
Does she?
Yes, like does she have the doll?
Uh,
I didn't know that the doll was Luke Skywalker, but somebody mentioned it. I was like, oh shit.
I'll go look for it when I see it on Tuesday then.
Yeah. So when she has a doll in there, I remember the doll. I just didn't look at it and go, ooh, Luke. Um, so what do you think about her story? We don't know much about her. We still don't know much about her. We don't know who she's related to.
Talking about her overall story or
Yeah,
talking
like
about just her beginning?
no, like we can go in the order. I mean, what do you how do you feel about her introduction? Um,
Okay. I feel like she was introduced brilliantly. I think one of the best things this movie did was within 20 minutes, I cared about all three of the main cast, including BB-8. Like immediately, like I cared about Rey, her aspirations, the shot of her looking up to the sky, see, and she puts on the Rebel Alliance
very similar to
helmet
the Luke
and
looking out to the sky thing in New Hope.
yeah, and then her like imagining being a pilot and being able to fly stuff. That's her dream to get off
Very
that
similar to
planet.
Luke. Like
hmm
he wants to be a
Uh,
pilot.
Finn I felt was really was like very respectable. I also was very funny when Finn's like because it's the right thing, and then Poe's like
You need a
you need a
pilot.
pilot.
I need a
I need a
pilot.
pilot.
Like it was my right thing, my ass. Yeah, that was awesome.
Within like 20 minutes, I was like, I can sigh a relief. The movie's good.
Yeah,
Character bonding is good.
I like.
They can't fuck it up. And they didn't fuck it up.
Yeah, I liked Finn's whole. He got stolen at birth. He's never met his family, which cast me to some speculation about when they cast the. Can't remember her name, Goomba, like whatever the girl from Beyond the Lights. She was rumored to be already cast in Star Wars Episode 8. So I'm like, okay, is that going to be a family member of Finn, or is she going to be another stormtrooper of Finn? Because they're introducing a new female character, and for the first time in this movie, I heard a female stormtrooper. Like one of the
Oh,
stormtroopers was a girl. Though when middle of the
I
movie,
thought that her role was she's rumored to be like a female Sith or something.
oh,
That's
that'd be cool.
it's also 17 months away,
That'd be badass. I
and
mean, what if she's just
so
she's one of the things from Kylo Ren's Knights of Ren team? That'd be cool.
she
But
could
like
be.
when I heard when I watched the second time and one of the stormtroopers is like, "Oh, we can't find her." That was a girl, and I was like, "Oh wow, a girl stormtrooper. That's awesome." Um, but I like that. I do want them to explain why he went rogue. If the training is amazing always, then why did he snap and not do what he was supposed to? Since they've been infused in their brains to follow orders. Finn. Why did he break? I think we'll get that. I think they'll mention that there's some type of flaw in the system, or if maybe Finn has some type of amazing willpower, or
Well, they kind of explain it, I think, a bit because General Hux has a line where he says that my soldiers have been conditioned from birth,
yeah,
and then Finn says that he was taken from his family, but if he remembers that he was taken from his family, it was from a bit of an older age, so maybe
yeah.
he
But
still
then
has
it
some
could just be that they
morality
all
and
know
still.
that. Maybe they just all know that they were taken. I just want. I mean, as we see Finn, he's laying on like a bed. I'm thinking we'll get some more about him later, maybe later on. I mean, it makes sense. We get some more. We
He's definitely not dead or anything.
no, definitely not.
He could be paralyzed because he took a pretty good shot to the
To the
spine.
back. Yeah, it was like we because we in Empire. That's what I like about Empire. We find more about Han Solo in Empire through Lando, which is awesome. So we could
hmm
definitely find more about Finn. When it comes to Rey, I like her and her dynamic, and Finn's dynamic is awesome because it's like I believed Finn wanting to protect her because he's never had anybody look at him besides look at him as like a machine, like
hmm
expendable. And when she goes to like give him his hand, like he's like, oh wait, you're actually helping me up. Stormtroopers don't help each other up. Nobody helps them up when they fall. They're left for dead. When he fell and she like grabs his hand, that look, I was like, oh, that makes sense. He's looking at her like something more than I don't know. It's romantic in some points, but it's also like a really building on a friendship, and I like that because it could turn romantic or it could just be friends, but we never know. With them
Yeah.
two, I like
Also,
he does like her because she's gorgeous, and he does
Oh
like
yeah.
her. I mean, she's gorgeous, and like when he's like with the part when they're on the millennium, it's like, oh, so why do you want to go back to Jakku? You got family? I mean, you got a boyfriend? I mean, you got a cute boyfriend down there? Like I was like,
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, come on, dude.
Dude,
I know you're a
suave as
strong
hell.
trooper. I'm like, you're super strong. Like, you're coming around. Like, I mean, you're super like new to this, but you're coming around a bit strong there. Like, so I like their dynamic. I also like his dynamic of him and Poe. I think it was Jeremy Johns that said that in like
Yeah.
5 minutes they established like the ultimate broship or some bromance or something. Um,
Yeah. Which compared to Lucas couldn't establish that in 6 hours between
yeah,
Obi-Wan and
I
Anakin.
thought that was fun. Yeah, but I started reading about the Clone Wars, the cartoon series. I'm like,
The cartoon, they're
that's
actually
where
friends.
they become bros. Like, what the fuck happened? Like, what happened, Lucas? They become bros in the
That's
Clone
because
Wars.
Lucas
Shit.
just produced and didn't write the
Yeah, he
Clone
didn't write.
Wars.
Somebody else wrote the Clone Wars, and I'm like, that's where you see them become bros. And
Yeah.
instead of like just showing up and on the elevator scene, I got your back, man. Wait, what? Where did like, what? Like, wait, what?
Yeah.
You have my
When my
back.
friends and I watched Revenge of the Sith on Wednesday, or last Wednesday before the movie, when during like the ending battle, they're like, why do we care about these two? I'm like, guys, that elevator scene
Was
established everything. What
that's
are you
all.
guys talking about?
Seriously, man. Like, because literally, it didn't dawn on me after I saw a thing with Honest Shitters, and I'm like, wait a minute. That is the only time these motherfuckers hang out. Like, what the fuck? So yeah, so Poe is awesome, as well because he's like slick. He's literally Han Solo and Princess Leia wrote it into one. The smartassery, the badass pilotry of Han Solo with the smart and strategy of Princess Leia. And even though Princess Leia was the smartest as well in the original trilogy, awesome character. So let's we
We
can hop.
should talk about Kylo Ren.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we could probably get to Kylo because we see him for the first time in that thing, and I think that Jeremy Johns put it the best way in this like spoiler review where he was like, "Oh man, let's not piss him off. Or he's gonna rage out on his Mac computer."
Yeah.
Because he's not Darth Vader, and I'm glad. Like I'm
He's
100%
not at all.
like
He wants to be so bad.
so badly that when he's sitting in that room and he's like, I feel it again. Please, please, Grandpa, feed me the dark side. Motherfucker, like, a helmet's not going to feed you the dark side. Like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, he needs the helmet to feel good about himself.
John Flickster, John Flickinger, whatever
Yeah.
his name is, he
Like
did
that.
a review, and I was dying of laughter when he's mentioned. He was like, you know what? I can relate to Kylo Ren because sometimes when I'm playing Call of Duty, we've all had those moments where we just fucking throw our Xbox controller and we just want to rage out.
Yeah.
And Kylo Ren just going to town with his lightsaber.
But that's what makes
I
him
was
different.
like, damn, that's me.
That's what makes him different than Darth Vader. In that scene, Darth Vader would kill that guy. Like, straight up. He did it. He did it like 5 times in the original trilogy. You fucked up. It wasn't even your fault. You're dead. Kylo Ren, you fucked up. He rages on a computer to scare you. What? No. You wanted to be Darth Vader, but come on, man.
Out of all the characters, I honestly don't think I've been this interested to see where a character goes ever in Star Wars than Ben
Jar
Solo,
Jar.
Kylo Ren.
Oh.
Fuck off.
You know, he's like, man, I really wanted them to give a, indication of what happened to Jar Jar. Where is he? Yes.
Like, honest to God, when that fucking movie was done, I was like, I told my friends, I'm like, I'm just happy Jar Jar was nowhere to be seen. So that's the end of those damn Darth Binks.
Yeah.
Like all that shit I have to hear. And then my friend goes, but Dylan, Snoke was a hologram.
Oh,
What if it's like Wizard of Oz and the real man pulling the strings is Darth Binks?
So people
And I
are
was like,
saying
"Yo,
that,
Darth Darth."
people are saying Snoke is Darth Plagueis. Might be Darth Plagueis.
I think so.
I have a strange feeling that Snoke is the Emperor. I don't know why. I have this weird feeling.
He got thrown down a chute and then the place blew up.
And he's pretty fucked up in that damn hologram. So I don't know. People are saying
I think he's
Plagueis, but I'm like,
because Plagueis knows how to cheat. Yeah.
yeah, I get that. I just have this weird thing that one of the twists is going to be that that's the Emperor once again. I don't know why. Yeah. So with Kylo, you love him as a character, but you hate him as a character as well. You love him because he's more layered and he's like he wants to be Darth
He's funny.
Vader's. He's funny, but not like he's not supposed to be funny. Like he's funny because he's real. He did that shit twice, and the part with the stormtroopers was the shit. Like
Oh,
I think
when
somebody
both of them were like, nah, fam,
I was
and they just
reading.
like they just nope out of there.
Yeah, that was
I was on the hook
when
the
Ray
whole time.
escapes. When Ray escapes, he's just going ham on the fucking chair she was in, and like they come around the corner, and somebody was. I remember reading something when somebody was like, "No, now you know those two stormtroopers had a rough day. They want to come and relax, and they don't want to have to deal with boss's shit. So they just
Yeah,
said, fuck it, turned around, said, we'll take the long way." Um, yeah, and I like that because it shows that he's a kid. He's in his 20s easily, and we know that Luke and Anakin both threw hissy fits and were very naggy and whiny at times. He's just this guy became naggy and whiny with power. Like once he had the power, and he thinks he's the coolest shit because he killed everybody else off from Luke's, or he killed a lot of people from Luke's school when they weren't expecting it. And he's like, "Well, look at this! I got my Knights of Ren with me, woohoo!" Like no, like so, and he's never met anybody with power. Like so when he's trying to get into Ray's brain, and Ray's already been introduced by Maz, what the fuck's her name?
Ask Katana, or
Yeah,
whatever her
whatever.
name,
The girl with the glasses played by
Lupita Nyong'o.
Lupita Nyong'o. She's already been introduced, and he makes it seem like she's already got the Force, and then she runs away. But he's already captures her, so she already knows it, and that's when she starts to realize it when he's trying to get in, and she's like not letting him, and it actually works. And then when she's doing that, she's able to read his mind, which she's like when she says, "Oh wow, you're scared because you're not ever gonna be Darth Vader." Like that was cool because he was trying to get into her brain, leaving his brain vulnerable. And I was like, "That's awesome!" And I'm surprised he didn't read it on our computer there because he got kind of called out there.
Oh yeah.
Like it was like, "Oh shit!" Like she's in my brain.
Could you imagine how confused Ray would be if he just pulled out his lightsaber and just going to town
Like
again?
on the computer, you're like, "Oh, okay, all right." Man, you know like,
It's
the,
like,
the
oh,
money they
yeah.
must waste fixing shit he breaks. But it makes
It's okay.
sense because he's
Somehow
like,
found the funding. They somehow found the funding for a fucking Star Killer base and
which
like
is
all this equipment.
him. They're like,
I'm sure that Kylo's ruined MacBook computers he's cool with.
when they're going through budgets, they're like $6,000. Oh yes, that was just Kylo Ren breaking shit again. Oh okay, let's just
Okay.
write you a check for that. I don't know, but I think I added to him as a character. Like literally, I like him. I ranked him number 6 on my list, right ahead of Ray, because we got to know him a lot, way more than Darth Vader in New Hope, and even way more than Darth Vader in Empire. Honestly, we got to know he was a Jedi. Han, who was not even about the Force or anything like that, loved his son so much that he wanted him to train with Luke and embrace the Force, and it backfired and it bit him in the ass. But and that like through listening through all the stories of his grandfather, he somehow, instead of going like he must have heard stories from both sides, he just chose one. He must have heard about Luke and him fighting and how Luke is the good and Darth Vader was like this overpowering evil, and he just chose to go through the dark side because of Snoke. Snoke did something to him in some way. And I thought that was awesome. I like that. I like that he wasn't powerful. I like that he was rusty, sloppy. People complain about how did Ray keep up with him at the end. I'm like, Chewbacca shot him in the fucking stomach, dude.
Yeah.
You pissed off Chewbacca and he got you in the stomach. And I like that he was like hitting himself for the pain, because pain is what angers you to bring out more force. And it didn't work, but I thought that was
Honestly,
awesome.
the first time I saw the movie, I didn't connect that was what he was doing. What I thought he was doing was I thought like, you know how like athletes sometimes pump themselves on the chest after
Oh, yeah.
they like dunk a basketball or some shit. I thought that was Kylo Ren.
You're like, man,
doing
look
it,
at this.
like, get amped.
Look at this cocky fuck. No, he was hitting the pain away. Like he was hitting him. He
Yeah,
was hitting his stomach so that the pain would make him even more angry, and he would. That's how you know he's like trying to get in with the Force, but like or with the evil, whatever. I mean, obviously the biggest twist is that Han Solo dies, which
Killed by
sucks because literally like 2 days before the movie came out, I put on my Facebook page a song that somebody made about
Yeah.
the hello thing, and it was like, please Han Solo don't die. And I was like, this is how I'm gonna feel if something bad happens to, because he's my favorite character.
I saw that on my feed, and I was just like, oh well, he's gonna die, cause I thought that you posted a video that was made in response to someone who had seen The Force Awakens.
No, I put it because this guy made a music video because he's like in the music in the song he's saying like, oh, does this scare anybody that this movie's secretive as hell? That Harrison Ford is way too happy to be back, like it's his last time. Like, and this guy just starts speculating in the song like please God, like please JJ don't kill him, and like he's
You
just
mean in the movie?
huh.
Because they're shooting episode 8 right now.
Mhm.
Who's the only person that's going on talk shows? It's Harrison Ford, and
Well,
he's happy.
yeah, I mean, this Daisy and them are doing talk shows as well, but they're doing it overseas. But like Harrison and JJ are the ones going together on like Jimmy and both Jimmy shows. Like, yeah, I
The
don't
only
know.
ones that aren't needed to be on set for episode 8.
Yeah, I mean, a part of me is like he's not fucking dead. Like seriously, like,
He's dead.
a part of me is like this motherfucker's coming back in the third one somehow. I don't know. It hit me and it hurt me, and I literally when I was sitting there and I saw him yell out, I literally went like this in my chair. I was like, I literally closed my eyes, rolled back, and like said to myself, "Fuck," like because I knew it was gonna happen. But I just have I don't know. I don't want him to be dead. We didn't get him and Lando. We didn't get him and Luke together. That's just missed opportunities, man. Missed
Mhm.
opportunities. You need them together.
Although I feel like Han's perfect end would have been in Return of the Jedi if he had been flying the Millennium Falcon like Lawrence Kasdan wanted, and then but Lucas said no. I feel like how he went out in this one was the next best perfect ending that you could have had because he survived being a smuggler. He was great at
He
doing
would
that. He
never have
always
died doing that. He
yeah,
would.
he would have never died doing that. But what I thought was kind of poetic in a way to just stick in this Star Wars lingo with George Lucas being like, it's like poetry. Every single line needs the previous one to build upon one another as his excuse for not wanting to cut things out of the Phantom Menace. Um, I feel like so Han's whole character is that he's a smuggler with a heart of gold, and he wasn't going to die being a smuggler.
Yeah.
But because of his lifestyle, he was a shitty father.
No,
Just like
but he wasn't until what happened. Like he was around. He was still around when he went to when they sent him Ben over to Luke. He was around, but as soon as it went bad, he ran, which is what he's used to.
but
That's
he
his
was
thing.
but he was unable to raise Ben so
Well,
Ben wouldn't do all that crazy shit.
that's not. I don't think that's his fault though. Honestly,
I thought I thought it was kind of his fault.
why
So
though?
I thought, well, just because he wasn't like
He
always
was
there, and
no,
and then when things got tough, he fled. He left.
but he was there though. I got the sense that he was there. I got the sense that he stuck it out and he was there. It wasn't him, but he was there. He was trying. But that like when it got bad and his son turned evil, he did what he knows how to do. This is too heavy for me, and he left. But his son went evil because like I think when he was saying that I couldn't get through to him, I thought that was him saying once he went bad, I couldn't get through to him. But I think that he tried. Then there was a line of dialogue with Kylo
Yeah.
and Rey where he's like when he's reading her mind, he's like, "Oh, Han, you think Han's gonna be the father you never had?" And then he's like, "Oh, he would have disappointed you." That makes me think maybe he was.
That,
Maybe
that's
they'll
why.
do flashbacks and show why. Maybe
Yeah,
Han
we
wasn't
don't
there.
we don't know. That's just from what I gathered. I thought that he wasn't always there. So then, but he still had that heart of gold. So
Yeah,
when
I think
so
you're right
he
though
was unable to
because
have the relationship with his son, but he still wanted to try to make things right, and those things combined were what led to his death. And I felt that
I think you're right though
that was
because
a good way for him to go.
Leia did say in the thing, I always hated watching you. I always hated watching you leave.
You leave,
So
and
that would have made it
then
seem
he
like he left.
responded, "That's why I did it."
Yeah, which is awesome because that's what that's the line. That's his equivalent of I love you. I know. Like that's
I,
why I did it. Yeah. So
could you imagine how bad, like, or like it's kind of funny to think about, but if they actually did it, how awful it would have been if if Han's last words to his son were "I love you" as he's falling, and then Ben said "I know."
Yeah, that would have been corny. I mean, if you wanted to add the I know thing, it could have been like if he was talking to Kylo and Kylo was like, I have to do it, and he goes, I know, and then he kills him. Like, fuck. That could have been a cool way to do it. Like, because he was
I felt the
pretending
way
to.
they did it was good.
I mean, the way they did it was he was trying to take the lightsaber,
They,
but then
they
that
almost
little
got me.
the little
I was
struggle was
convinced he
weird.
was gonna die, and then he took a lightsaber, and I'm like, just hug, and walk away,
No,
and Han will survive.
I knew it was gonna happen because the shot was just perfect. Like Chewie was watching, then the kid, then Finn and Ray walk in and they're
And,
watching. Then the light
yeah,
is shining half on Han, half red on Kylo. Then it turns super dark and the blue goes away,
yeah.
and then it
As
turns
soon
all
as that
red.
cloud left,
Yeah,
or as soon as that cloud got in the way of the sun, I'm like, it's done.
yeah, and then um, I do agree that I wish they would have had more one on ones, or maybe one or two more like conversations with him trying, because that's all we got was him trying that one time. Um, because like I don't know, I wish it would have had more impact. I mean, it sucked watching him die like that, and I ain't gonna lie, it's one of the most awesome kills or ever. He puts the lightsaber to your chest and then turns it on. How has nobody ever done that? Like that's an
I'm not
awesome
sure.
death. It sucked that it
Although
had to be on Han Solo though.
my yeah, when my friends and I watched Revenge of the Sith last time, one of my friends mentioned how you know why the Sith won those battles? It's because they know how to stab.
Oh yeah, they do this instead
You
of
watch them, no one else stabs.
yeah.
So when Rey does that awesome gets the lightsaber, which we can go back to and talk, what's her first move that she decides to do? She goes straight for the stab, and I was like, oh my god,
She's different.
that's the first time
She's
a Jedi has tried to stab in the entire saga.
yeah. Finn didn't try to stab. Finn was just swinging for the fucking fences. He was like, fuck you. Like he did have a badass line when he's like, that belongs to me, and he's like, come get it.
Yeah, come get it,
And
and
then
then immediately he goes, wait,
no, no, no.
he's coming.
I'm messing with you. Don't come get it. Don't come get it. He just he did hit him one time though. So way to go, Finn. He hit him one time, right in the shoulder.
Yeah, he did.
One time. I mean, you got your back fucked up pretty bad, but whatever. So yeah,
Every single theater I've been in, though, when Rey uses the Force
yeah,
and pulls
loses their
Anakin's
shit.
lightsaber, everyone goes
I knew that was
insane.
coming though, but that was awesome.
Oh, I did too, but I was like, I get goosebumps every time the Force seems playing in the background, and I'm like,
Yeah,
thank God Disney
the
paid for
music, the
$1 billion.
music sells that scene is what happens. The music, the noise, like oh my god, this is the shit. So
I'm getting chills just thinking about it.
the Leia reaction to Han Solo's death was not as awesome as I wanted it to be. She didn't cry.
Yeah,
She didn't really, but maybe that's crayfish not being able to. She didn't cry at all. She didn't really hit. It didn't hit her. Chewie reaction is what I would have reacted like. Chewie screaming out,
yeah,
going shit, and then fucking killing like 6 stormtroopers right after.
going no, but his first idea is he went straight for a kill shot.
Yeah, he hit him in the stomach, dude. Like it was like I hit him in the chest. Like he tried to kill that motherfucker, and then he shoots like 3 stormtroopers, and then he runs and blows that bitch up. Like
Yeah,
fuck
it's
you
just
guys.
like Chewie's a badass.
Like yeah,
A lot
yeah,
of people have complained about Leia's reaction. I was still sold by it, and I also, if you think about it, she's still commanding an attack on the Star Killer base.
yeah.
You
But
can't really
I
lose her
wish
composure.
that scene to me would have been better if it wasn't like her sitting down. If it was just like like a close up on her, like just like her eyes or something, like just she would. A better actress probably would have had a scene where it was like just close up on my eyes and my face, and like somehow relay like the most devastating thing that could ever happen to you. Your son just killed his father. Like I don't know.
Hmm.
Everything with Kylo and Rey. I love Kylo. I think Kylo's gonna be a fucking badass. Very more Darth Vader esque in the next one. Finn, we'll see. I mean, I'm thinking he's gonna be hanging around Poe, and him and Poe are gonna develop a friendship. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Rey is now with Luke. That scene at the end, I had a problem with. I did not like that scene. I really,
Why?
I liked it, and then I was like, oh, that's not good. It started off really cool, and then it like hung around way too long. Once Luke turns around and the camera stays there and it goes back to her face, back to his face, back to her face, then behind her, then above, then doing the thing, I'm like, okay, that's a bit much. I think that movie should have ended, and I think people would have lost their shit if when he's looking at her and she's looking at him, if the next thing you see is him bring out his hand and then the lightsaber like leaving her bag to his hand, like, and him grabbing the lightsaber, and that's the ending. That camera shot when it's like both of them and it's like running around the mountain, it's a cool shot, but it needed to be the first shot instead of like the fifth shot after already looking into their eyes.
Okay.
So it's not like it's not a bad scene. I just think it lingered on too long with nothing. If it would have ended with like him doing the force to grab the lightsaber and that's how it ended, I think people would have lost their shit. Like, or
I'm just happy.
Somebody mentioned like how awesome would it have been if in the woods if they're fighting and when the lightsaber goes off flying, if Luke's the one that catches it, like oh shit,
that I would have lost my shit.
Like and then he hits it, like he turns it on, and like Kylo Ren's face of what the fuck, like that would have been awesome.
Yeah. I'm just happy the movie ended with them finding him, so we won't have Episode 8 be them with the map, just trying to go from system to system.
I like that.
That would have been like put it like we want to see the protagonist of the original trilogy.
Yeah, Luke is gonna be Yoda, essentially.
Yeah,
but like a Yoda that can fight, because Yoda never really fought in the original trilogy.
Well, he was also like 980 years old.
He was fucking old as fuck. So I think he's gonna fight. People are complaining about the R2D2 turning on randomly. I honestly believe that Luke's arm allows him to control robots and electronics and droids now. I don't think it's his arm. I think it's just that R2 might be force sensitive, and he was just able to be like. Yeah, but once someone who has the same aura of Rey. But how would Rey
or of Luke?
How would R2D2 be force sensitive? It's a droid.
It's Star Wars universe.
I think it's because of his metal hand. Because if in the flashback we see him touching it, so I think when he touched him, he did something to him, which is essentially what I think happened to Rey, where it's like a blockage. And I think once the Death Star Part 2 Star Killer gets destroyed, which is whatever Part 3. I think Luke must have saw it, and he must have maybe he knew now they had to find him or something. Or maybe he could sense it or something, because Leia was able to sense Han dying. So maybe he could sense it, and he has sensed him turning it on or something. There are speculations and rumors about that. Let's see what else. Captain Phasma was a giant disappointment, and it sucks for the people that bought that toy, because she did.
My friend did.
Nothing. I mean, Alex bought the toy, and Stuckman bought the toy, and all these people, and I'm like, well, she got played twice, and she did nothing. But she could be a badass later on. I mean, I don't know how she got out of the garbage can or the garbage, whatever.
She's confirmed for Episode 8.
Yeah. But so she's got to redeem herself a lot because she got played. I think her big thing is gonna be one-on-one with Finn somehow. Something like that. Maybe
I feel like Episode 8 will be Snoke training Kylo, Luke training Rey, and having them like contrast and parallel one another in certain ways, and then Poe and Finn doing stuff that go against Captain Phasma
and Hux probably.
Yeah. We have some new people because Benicio del Toro will also.
I don't know what he's gonna
be in it somehow.
What if he's a Sith Lord somehow? That'd be cool.
He could be.
We didn't even get into.
There was one theory I read online. I thought was interesting. Was like, what if they end up thinking like, what if Benicio del Toro is a Sith Lord, and then they just think that Kylo Ren was just not worth the trouble because he's such a whiny little bitch, that then the New Order also outcasts him and tries to kill him. So he's like on the run, and he's just this third party that both sides want to kill, and he's on his own.
I mean, they didn't really do anything with the Knights of Ren, so I'm guessing we're gonna see more of that. Like, there's like at least 8 or 9 of them, right?
In the next film, right?
There's a lot of them. I mean, did Kylo kill them? Did Kylo have a hissy fit and didn't know they were behind him, and he just kind of killed them all by accident? Oh, damn it, shit! Because I mean,
I thought you were my MacBook.
Yeah, shit. I mean, we're making fun of Kylo, but he's awesome. I mean, he's a real person. That's what we like about him. But yeah, for him to be like he's the strongest of the other Knights of Ren, but there was like 8 of them. Where are the other ones? We didn't see any of them at all. So I'm intrigued. I mean, Snoke does take Kylo, and he does say we're gonna finish the his training. But why not get the other ones? I mean, did he make Kylo kill the other ones? It's like training to see if he's truly dark. I mean, we do know that apprentices in the Star Wars universe always only have one training person. Like Obi-Wan had, I mean, Qui-Gon Jinn had one, and Obi-Wan, and then once when he wanted Anakin, they were like, "Oh, well, you can't have two. You can only have one always." And then once he dies, then
there's also
Obi-Wan.
the rule of 2 in the Sith.
Yeah, as well, which is one. Yeah, which is the rule of 2 with the Jedi almost when you're training, because nobody's ever had more than 2. Even in Rebels, it's one guy and then one Jedi. Like it's the 2 Jedi.
Although that's more out of like necessity.
I thought it was because you need to have full. You need to be fully invested with your guy because the dark side is so powerful. You need to make sure you're always.
Which is what happened with Ben.
Yeah. Which is what could have happened with all of them at that academy. Luke was the one true Jedi, with maybe that Max von Sydow, who isn't a Jedi, was there. Or maybe he was a Jedi. I don't know. He was there. Maybe too many people. You can't watch over everybody. Really, you can't. I mean, that's the problem. Maybe Luke ran into that problem. Kylo at least convinced 8 other dudes to join him. So,
Yeah.
And he was trying to get Rey at the end. I can train you. Like, okay. Let me see it. I don't know. I mean, what else? Is there anything else you could really mention or talk about?
I mean, I can talk for like hours, but I think that this is like a good start. And then Alex will be here next week, hopefully.
We'll get some of his things.
And if so, we can talk with him for a bit too about his theories and stuff.
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen. Well, there you have it. That was our spoiler Star Wars The Force Awakens discussion. As always, guys, if you guys like this video, like this podcast, comment, let us know what you think. Check us out on iTunes, Movie Backlot Podcast. Dylan over here, the Apricot Prodigy, you can check out all of his stuff over there. For me, I have 2 videos about top 20 and top 10 Star Wars characters. It goes 20 through 11 and 10 through 1. Might do something else, maybe like the top 10 like best moments in the Star Wars The Force Awakens universe, or in the movie. But pretty much, I think that's it. I mean, check out Alexander if you want to hear his thoughts on the movie. He has a ton of stuff on all of the movies. Definitely check out his stuff. But I think that's it, right?
Yeah.
Alrighty then, ladies.
Yeah, Alex uploaded a review for The Force Awakens. He reviewed all 6 Star Wars films. He did his first video game review in Battlefront.
Yeah, and he's also I think he's also going to be doing a Force Awakens spoiler review as well.
Yeah, I think so.
People, so be on the lookout for that. But as always, guys, like, comment, subscribe, check us out on iTunes, and we'll be back next week to talk movies. See ya.
Peace, guys.